How did Rockefeller build a fortune that stands the test of time? This is an exclusive glimpse into Rockefeller's rise to power, where ruthless ambition and innovative thinking turned him into the richest man of his era, showcasing the steps he took to build a financial dynasty that endures even now. This is the ultimate look at high-end living. By looking into trusted sources like The Guardian and Forbes, we found the story of how they built their wealth. Stay with us, because we're about to uncover the secret behind their staggering net worth. Let me give you a little backstory on how Rockefeller's Standard Oil accumulated more wealth than entire nations. Imagine being 3 times richer than Jeff Bezos, or so powerful that the US government had to create special laws to control your company. At his peak, John D. Rockefeller's wealth was equal to 1.5% of the United States' entire economy, an incredible $280 billion in today's money. The source of this massive fortune? His company, Standard Oil. By controlling 90% of US refineries and pipelines, Rockefeller's business grew during a time when the demand for oil was skyrocketing. John D. Rockefeller's early life was far from special. Born in Richford, New York, he came from a humble background. His father, William Avery Rockefeller, was a con man turned fake doctor, known for selling questionable homemade cures. William was polished in appearance but lived a mysterious life, with rumors of horse theft adding to his shady reputation. The Rockefeller family moved often until 1857, when they finally settled in Cleveland, Ohio. It was here that John's life started to take shape. With irregular school attendance and time spent working on the family farm, John's upbringing was fairly ordinary. However, he stood out for his hard work and careful spending. At 16, he got his first job as an assistant bookkeeper, earning just 50 cents a day. Despite this modest start, Rockefeller had big dreams. In 1859, Rockefeller used his savings and borrowed money from his father to co-found a company called Rockefeller and Clark. The business traded goods and petroleum products, which was a smart choice given the growing oil industry. Cleveland, close to Pennsylvania's oil fields and with good transportation, was the perfect location for refining oil. By 1863, Rockefeller and his partners had saved enough money to open their first refinery, but Rockefeller wanted more control. Within 2 years, he bought out his partner and started a new company with chemist Samuel Andrews. To get more money, he brought in millionaire Stephen Harkness, who invested $100,000 on the condition that Rockefeller also work with his relative, Henry Flagler. Can't wait to find out how much the Rockefellers are worth today? Stay with us till the end. Now, the partnership with Flagler changed everything. Flagler's organizational skills matched Rockefeller's financial expertise. Together, they turned Standard Oil into a giant company. Using clever planning and aggressive strategies, Rockefeller went from a modest beginning to creating a legacy of enormous wealth and power, transforming American business and shaping the foundation of modern capitalism. Now, I know we're all curious. How did he build a business empire that controlled 90% of US refineries? In 1870, he started his company at the age of 31, changing the oil business forever. While others chased the risky profits of finding and drilling oil, he focused on refining, a more stable and profitable part of the industry. He became known for his tireless efforts to make things efficient and cut costs. He spent a lot on research and new ideas, hiring experts to solve tough problems. One big success was figuring out how to process sour oil, a low-quality crude most people thought was useless. By turning waste into profit, he created a business model that squeezed value out of every step of production. The company grew incredibly fast, using aggressive and sometimes ruthless strategies to take over the market. He combined different parts of the business into one company and expanded into new markets to make use of byproducts from oil refining. By 1872, he led the famous Cleveland Massacre, where he took over or crushed 22 of his 26 competitors in just 3 months. His large-scale operations gave him immense power to negotiate better deals with railroads, cutting his shipping costs and making it nearly impossible for competitors to keep up. This organized approach helped the company control 90% of US refineries and pipelines by the late 1880s. His influence went beyond his business. He manipulated transportation costs through projects like the Southern Improvement Company, which caused public outrage and was eventually shut down. Despite setbacks, his control made him a symbol of corporate greed. often compared to an octopus with tentacles reaching into other industries like steel, copper, and even politics. But such control brought attention. Journalists, especially one investigative writer, started looking into the company's actions, revealing the harsh methods used to crush competition. The public backlash, along with political pressure, led to the creation of antitrust laws like the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890. By 1911, the Supreme Court ruled that the company broke these laws, and it was split into 34 smaller companies. Ironically, the breakup made him even richer, as the new companies thrived and increased the value of his shares. We're getting to their net worth soon. Despite his generosity, was Rockefeller's charity rooted in kindness or reputation management? After giving up control of Standard Oil, Rockefeller's attention turned strongly toward charity. By 1913, he started the Rockefeller Foundation, using his huge fortune to support public health, education, and scientific studies. This began a new chapter in his life, driven by a wish to leave a positive mark despite his controversial past. The Rockefeller Foundation quickly became a global force for good. It helped create the University of Chicago and the Rockefeller Institute of Medical Research, both of which became leaders in their fields. Rockefeller's contributions to public health were groundbreaking. His funding led to key discoveries in vaccines for illnesses like yellow fever and meningitis, the founding of the first modern medical school in China, and improvements in sanitation and health education worldwide. He also supported farming advancements, such as the Green Revolution, which increased food production in developing countries and saved millions of lives. Moving on, Rockefeller's approach to charity was carefully planned. Instead of donating small amounts to many causes, he focused on fixing big problems. For example, he set up public health schools at Johns Hopkins University and Harvard University, creating long-term solutions for health issues. At its height, the Rockefeller Foundation's contributions were larger than U.S. government foreign aid. Despite his generosity, people often questioned Rockefeller's intentions. Was his charity driven by true kindness, or was it a clever way to fix his reputation, save on taxes, and secure his legacy? Whatever his reasons, his efforts left a lasting impact, influencing fields like medicine, education, and farming. We've seen how they built their empire, but the real question is, did their wealth survive? Let's finally reveal the Rockefeller family's net worth today. The Rockefeller family has stayed rich and influential for over 100 years, thanks to smart money management. They created the idea of a family office to handle their assets and set up trusts to protect their wealth from taxes, lawsuits, and debts. These steps helped their fortune last for generations. In 2016, the Rockefellers stopped investing in fossil fuels, citing ethical reasons, but their history is still closely linked to Standard Oil's beginnings. Big companies like Exxon, Chevron, and BP started from Rockefeller's business empire. Beyond business, the Rockefeller name has made a big impact on politics and global charity work. Family members have held important roles like senators and governors, and the Rockefeller Foundation has shaped international and local policies. For example, the foundation helped rebuild France's economy and schools after the war, aligning the country with U.S. interests. However, critics say the family's charity efforts often focus more on gaining influence than on fair development. Some claim the Rockefellers placed key people in global organizations to keep their power and build strong connections. His legacy shows the two sides of capitalism. His creative business ideas and charitable work changed industries and helped millions of people. But his harsh methods and questionable ethics also show the darker side of wealth and power. As both a visionary and a symbol of corporate greed, Rockefeller's story still matters today, teaching lessons about ambition, influence, and the challenges of leaving a legacy. As of February 2024, the Rockefeller family's net worth is estimated at $10.3 billion, with their wealth distributed among over 200 family members. We hope you enjoyed uncovering the secrets behind Rockefeller's enduring wealth. If you're fascinated by the lavish lifestyles of history's most influential figures, don't miss out. Subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll gain exclusive insights into the opulent lives of celebrities, royalty, and the world's elite.